Hi everybody, I'm Health Coach Nick here. Just bringing a little video on some movement break options as we're stuck at home doing video calls now a lot more. It's been quite a few weeks, as well as just being on regular calls in front of Netflix, sitting down, moving a lot less in our homes. We start to feel lower back aches, neck aches, and feel a bit more stiff. So these movement breaks are great for you to do kind of in between calls, at the start of the calls, or for those of you who have meetings, you can use these breaks as a great option to get your team up, even on calls, video calls, moving so that you can refocus, re-energize, wake up everything, and you'll have a more productive call. For those of you doing home-based learning, this would be great just to reset the muscles, and so you'll be able to concentrate a bit better. And you can share this with your families as well, no problem. All right, so I'm going to go into some sitting postures. So you'll mainly need a chair, as well as some standing warm-ups, and some small exercises that you can do just to wake up the system. So we're going to start with standing up first. So I'm just going to stand behind here. The first one's going to be just our high knees, just to loosen out just a bit. We call this a short warm-up, but nothing too crazy, just to get the blood circulation going, heart pumping just a bit, and then you can move hands to your butt. We go into butt kickers. We start with the lower body, and then we'll end off with the upper body, just to get blood circulation going, not only to the muscles, but to the brain as well, which is important to help us refocus and re-energize and loosen out. All right. The next one's going to be from here, one leg straight, one leg bent. I'm going to scoop down as far as you can, alternate sides, really reaching as far as you can. So shooting the butt back, this leg straight, reach down and stretch your hamstrings, lower back and shoulders. Alternate sides, go as far as possible. All right, the next one would be just feet about shoulder width apart, and we're just going to rotate, look over the shoulders, right, look behind you. And I'm rotating my feet as well, as you can see, going left and right. One more time. Great. The next one's going to be reaching across, cross body, or just lateral reaching. This is just to open up the trunk just a bit. Remember, you're doing these. If you feel any pain or discomfort, make sure you stop. Don't do them. But if not, you can reduce the range. No problem. Last one's going to be shoulder rotations going forward, small circles first, just to open up the ball and socket joint of the shoulders. Let's go into medium-sized circles. And big circles as big as you feel comfortable. Remember, it's not meant to be anything too much. You can use any attire to do these in between your calls, no problem. Let's change directions for small circles in the opposite direction. Then we're going to go to a medium size. And then large circles as big as you feel comfortable. Good, just to get a bit more movement in, we're going to wake up those legs with some squats off the chair. If you have a roller chair, just be mindful you don't roll out of the room. So just be mindful of those roller chairs. Whichever chair you have is fine. Feet about hip width apart. You can put your hands out here or on the side. It doesn't matter. For me, I'm going to put it there. I'm just going to touch my butt to the chair and come up. And we're going for 10 of these. Right? If you feel any pain or discomfort in the knees, just reduce the range. For example, like this. But the most important is imagine shooting your butt back as though there's a chair there, or the chair is too far away that you've got to reach the butt back. A lot of people kind of come down from the knees here. Right, let's do 2 more. One last one. And good. All right, the next one, feet about hip width apart. I'm going to lean forward, keeping my back straight, chest out. We're not hunching over. Look forward, just kind of in front that direction. Hands by your side, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Come back down, squeeze, come back down, just to wake up those muscles of the upper back Because when we're on the computer in this position the whole time, those muscles get weak and your chest gets tight. So chest out, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Excellent. Next one's going to be sitting down the end of the chair. Be careful again with the roller chair. And we're just going to lean back just a bit. This is going to engage your core muscles. And then we're just going to rotate left and right. So we don't want to be hunched over doing this. We want to keep that torso tall. Imagine we're trying to create as much space from the chest and belly button as possible. So keep tall. Right and left. You'll feel those core muscles switched on. Look over your shoulder just to get a bit more rotation. 4, 3, 2, and good. You can do those for about 15 seconds or repetitions, maybe 10 each side. So now we're going into those stretches. Remember I told you those static stretches to loosen out those muscles even further. We'll have one leg straight just like this, sit at the end of the chair. This is a hamstring stretch, back of the thigh, hands side by side, and just reach forward as far as you can. And you'll feel a good stretch on those hamstrings. Hold the stretch for a minimum of about 15 seconds. If you can go longer, great. But if you're short on time, try and keep that for about 15 seconds each side. Sit tall. Remember, breathing freely throughout the stretch. All right, changing sides. I'm going a bit quicker, but just hold it for about 15 seconds minimum each. Right, do the other side. Usually one side is going to be a bit stiffer. And so you can spend a bit more time if you like on that one side just to even out and get them a bit more balanced. All right, deep breath. Good, let's come up here. We're going to do a glute stretch, which is a butt stretch. All right, so bring one foot just above the knee. Sit tall. You can put one hand on your shoe, one hand here, and lean forward from the hip. Don't have to hunch. Lean forward. You'll feel a good stretch in the glutes. For those of you who are having lower back aches, a lot of times the hamstrings and the glutes are tight. So this is a good option. Sitting tall, and you'll feel that good stretch all along here. This actually feels really nice. Deep breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Excellent. Let's change to the other side. For me, my right side is a bit stiffer than the left, so I spend a bit more time on this side, and it'll be the same for you. If you want to feel it a bit more, you can push down slightly on that knee. Deep breath. Great. I want to show you some stretches for your neck. This is one of the places we see a lot of people complain about having neck aches because of that forward head position on the computer, Netflix, sitting down a lot. So sit tall is the first one, right? Posture tall. Imagine your arms aiming towards the ground and you're reaching towards the ground. We don't want the head forward. We want it back, nice and straight. And then you're just going to tilt your head to one side, not too much. We don't want to tilt where the whole body rotates. So you're keeping this kind of square and tilt to the side, looking forward. Just tilt to the side and you get a good stretch just along these guys here. Shouldn't be too painful if you're looking at 1 to 10, 10 being very painful, 1 not at all. You're looking at the stretch to be between 5 to 7 intensity. Good. Then change sides. You come back to the middle. Let's do the other side. Shoulders square, reaching those hands down. Tilt to the left side. This really stretches out those neck muscles quite a bit. All right. The next one's going to be palm face up, and we're going to reach as far back with the thumbs. So imagine the thumbs facing back, just to open up the chest just a bit. Go as wide as you can. And remember, if you want to just use this end part of the video, just the static stretches, you can. If you want to use just the warm-up at the start or some of those exercises, no problem. Depending on the time that you have and what you need, go ahead and make it your own, right? Use which parts you find the best. Really reaching back as far to open up those chest muscles. Right, last one we're going to do is an overhead reach. So interlock your fingers. We're just going to go straight up above, reach up high, looking forward. Reach as high as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. All right, guys. I hope you found it useful. Some of these warm-ups and some of the small exercises and dynamic stretches, we call them movement breaks that you can utilize in your day before your meetings or wherever you see fit. I hope it's useful. Take care.